What's up, guys? I'm actually here in my studio and I thought that maybe I'd do something different and show you guys some of the masks that I make, or show you how to make a mask or how I make a mask. So for starters, I got this is my little bust that I made. As you can see, it's me. And then right now I'm gonna do something simple, and we're just gonna cover it with latex and create like a latex mask, I guess you could say. But we're not going to use a mold. We're just going to put the latex right over this and then paint it from there. I like to use this brand of latex, one of my all-time favorites, very reasonably priced. As you can see, pretty gnarly. Pretty thick. We'll thicken it up here, or lather this up like so. Can you see that? And it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll smooth out the more coats we go. So obviously this is the inner coat, so you don't have to smooth it out too much. You just gotta keep coating it the best you can. Like so. And here is a finished mask that I made recently. Haven't put it on any straps yet, but this is a creepy clown mask that I made using this same technique that I'm using here. Messy. Guess you could wear gloves if you want. I'm used to it, so I don't really wear gloves. And this is gonna dry, and then we're gonna put on another layer, and then maybe another layer after that, but stay tuned. Alright, I'm back. So this would be a few hours later, dried a little, as you can see. It started to turn clear. So what I'm going to do now is actually use paper towel to kind of reinforce the sides. So I'm going to actually rip these in half. And we'll just, let's see if I should wear some gloves this time. I got a glove this time, so So yeah, I've been technically I've been doing this for a really long time. I've been really into the special effects makeup and latex masks and stuff for quite some time, ever since I was like 8 years old. So it's always been a passion of mine, other than ghost hunting. If some of you know, you know. But so we're gonna take this off, and then the garbage over there. Right now I'm gonna put this like this. Put them on there. Kind of like wrap it around like so. And this will like reinforce like the sides, really give it that, you know, good rigidity, I guess you could say. And then you take more latex, kind of lather it up. Make sure this paper towel is really soaking up that latex. I don't like using it a whole lot because it has like patterns on it, and sometimes that can actually show through if you use it too much. But I like to use it on the sides of the mask, kind of give it that little more strength. I use like a leather strap, so I need a good, you know, chunk to strap onto. Just makes things easier. So I'm just kind of kneading it into the paper towel. Yeah, I'm not being shy with the latex right here, because that paper towel is really going to just soak it up. And yeah. And depending on like how perfect you want it to look, I actually like can thin down the latex with like some water or something, and just really take your time with the surface, because it's not putting it into a mold. It's not going to be exact. You know, there's going to be a lot of rough edges, but for me, I kind of like that. I work with it. For me, it just kind of looks more vintage, I guess you could say. Now I'm just really getting a good coat all around, and I will probably put a little paper towel on his nose, like even the eyebrows too. So like you see that ridge line, just to get that shape. And then that should, and then the and then the nose too, again, just to get that shape. And then we just put a little more latex on top of that, probably not too much. We got a lot on there already, so. I might actually put a little paper towel over the mouth area. See, it's kind of like paper mache, but with latex. And really rub it in there. All right. So then we wait for this to dry. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up? Alright, so I'm back. It looks like it dried a little more. So I'm going to put a little bit, probably another coat on here. Really cover this all up. So this is the third coat, and this is actually fairly thick latex too, so it's kind of older. Usually it's a little thinner, so it's making my job a little easier. But yeah, just cover it up like this. And now, here's a piece of paper towel, and actually you can rip it even thinner, kind of like a 2-ply. I love doing this for, like, let's see, forehead area. Put that there. This just gives it a little more strength. We'll do one right here. It kind of gives it some wrinkly textures too, so that's kind of nice. So just push that in, and all that latex is just going to soak right up. And I'm going to do another one right on the edges here, right where I put my strap, just to really get a good coat there. So that is the third coat, and I'm gonna leave it overnight now, so I'll be back in the morning and we'll finish it up. Hopefully it's got enough coats on it where we can actually start to paint it, which that's the fun part for me, is painting. Hey, welcome back everyone. I got some skin tone latex paints here. Good brand. Normally you can either use a airbrush, which maybe I'll save that for another video. Right now I'm just gonna give this a coat of skin tone, and then we're gonna build up the layers from there. What I like to do is, got a little skin tone in there, latex skin tone. I like to put a coat on and then put another coat of latex on over that. It kind of gives it more of a skin like opaqueness to it. And actually I was going to mention too that I put on another coat of latex in the night just to thicken it up around here. So I mean, you just kind of just go by where you can't see it see through it anymore, then you know it's good. But like this is saving me a lot of time instead of the airbrush. You know, just painting it on. It's a little wet here still, which actually is perfect because when the latex is still a little bit, it's gonna let this paint kind of like really bind to it better. And I'm still gonna take this off, trim it up, cut the eyes out, cut the mouth out. I mean, that doesn't have to be too perfect. Maybe we'll just kind of go with this area, kind of a little more scarred up right here. That'll look good. But yeah, just kind of cover it as you go. I like to use this kind of a uneven form because, you know, skin can be very blotchy and uneven and starting to come together. Now, as you can see it a little better now. Yeah. So, see how I'm just really coating it up. Make sure I didn't leave any blanks. I'll get down here a little better. And this will probably darken up as it dries too, like a lot, but we're gonna put another layer of latex on top of this. Really just coat everything with this. Get all that in there. Just do the edges a little more there. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. Up there a little better. Get the remaining on my brush. We're gonna put all these up here for now. And this is one that I actually did a couple years ago, and it was sort of like from The Last of Us. We've got the mushroom growing out of the side of or everywhere on the head, and I know it's not perfect. I'm not saying I'm really good at what I do, but you know, the way I make masks is a little unconventional, but you know, I still enjoy what I do, so really enjoy this. We're gonna let this dry, and I'll come back when this is dry. Alright, so I didn't realize my mic was off, but what I did a minute ago was I put a little bit of water on this so it wouldn't stick to itself. And now I'm just trimming up might have gotten that a little too far on the edge. That's okay. So now we got that right there. It's gonna look creepy. Alright, so I got, right now I just got a little bit of, get that in focus, permablood. This stuff you really don't want to get anywhere. So then I'm just going to go around all these layers, or around the mouth and the eyes, all the holes. Maybe the nose too. And I'm just gonna bring some of that down because now I'm just dabbing this around periodically. And then I'm getting all these edges. So, yeah, that looks awesome so far. It's coming. So then what I would want to do is maybe like let this dry some more. And this is all gonna dry just as it looks. So that's what I love about this stuff, is it might even get a little darker. But you just really want to go in there and make sure it looks good. I think that should do it for now. So right now we got some blood and skin tone. It'll darken up once I dry this. I'm gonna come along with like a little bit more skin tone on it. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. But yeah, so then we'll just end up strapping it up. Alright, I'm back and it looks like this is dry. Let's see if we can get it in the screen better. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I got a belt, typical leather belt. I get like a couple of these little belts. See if I have a better one. There we go. This will work perfect. Alright, I get these at like thrift shops or garage sales. 99 cents. And we're just gonna find a good length. Cut it like so. So there's a strap end. Get that in focus. And then we got the other end. So I'm pretty familiar with like the size of my head, so I'm usually do like this length. So then we're gonna set that down, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create, get that in focus. I don't know, it doesn't want to get in focus, but anyway, we're gonna make a like a little square. See, like that. Do another one. And like that. So like that. See? If it's, there we go. They're just little pieces. Then what I use here is a leather puncher. Make like a hole. Normally I do 2, but for right now we'll just do 1. And then here's the mask, like a skin mask. I'll probably transform it into a clown on another video if you want. So then I'm going to do the same thing on this with the leather puncher. I'm going to find a good spot on the side here. Alright, so we got our little holes. Hopefully they're in a good spot. And then I use these little rivets I got off Amazon. What I like about these is you don't need like a leather puncher. These are just screws. Basically, you just find one that's gonna suit the length. Alright, so we're going to line this up like so. Alright guys, so there you have it. Alright. Yeah, it's creepy. So if you like what you see, you know, it was a simple mask, as you can see. Give this video a like, share it out with a friend. I think what we'll do next time is paint this and turn it into a creepy clown mask. So stay tuned for that. Hey, welcome back everyone. As you can see, we have the finished mask from my last video. Like I was saying before, I was gonna make this into like a creepy clown. So hold on, I got some white paint. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see that alright. I promise you guys I will organize eventually. I just wanted to see how these videos are doing for right now, and maybe I'll set something up really nice down here and go from there. So right here is my little concoction of white paint for like clowns. I use regular like latex based house paint mixed in with a little latex, like my latex here, and then a little water to water it down. Latex is always water based. This one's a little thinner, so we might have to go on a couple coats with this one, but I really like how it always looks. We'll see. So like, I always like a good skin base, because I made a horror short film, The Sunset Massacre, and it's about a killer clown that takes the faces off of people. It's kind of like, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre a little, but with clowns. So I always begin with like a good skin base. I might actually use a bigger brush just to really get it going. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna probably have to do a second coat of this one for sure. Really just paint it all up white. I'm gonna leave some of the eye holes a little. I always try to think about like if this was an actual character, it wouldn't be painted very perfectly, you know. Some crazy maniac trying to do a face paint. So that's my logic. Let me get the blotchy up here. Debating on if I want to put a little hair on this one too. Get these out of the way for now. We don't need those yet. Get some white on there around the chin. And yeah. Like I said, I like it blotchy. You know, gives it that. Trying to make sure that I noticed that paper towel is kind of showing through right here. Should have put another coat of latex over that. might do another coat of the white. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can see that all right. Right now we got the white on. I do apologize for the noise. The heater is running off in the background. It gets cold down here. But this should dry, and what I think we'll do is wait for this coat to dry before I go on and mess it up with another color. Don't be impatient. Sometimes I get impatient and start to paint over wet paint, and that's when you run into problems, because you know you're like, it's just gonna be a one big mess. So it's best to leave it be. What I might do is put another coat of white on here, and then we're gonna do like a clown, you know, design. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm gonna actually just put on a real quick second coat of this, and then let it dry real good. And like I said, it don't have to be perfect. It kind of gives it that good grimy look. So yeah, second coat of the white, and then now we're gonna actually just let this dry. Welcome back, everyone. I got this, and it looks like it's dry enough for some color. So I'm actually gonna use green. I use a lot of blue, so this time we're gonna do some green, and this is Latex Monster Makers. Let's see if we got a better paintbrush. So we're gonna make like a clown with this face. Let's see. So bring that in there. So we're gonna cover and it's not going to be perfect. can see it from there. This will probably darken up a little more, and hopefully we can add another coat here in a little bit. And now for the red. Clown's always got to have a red mouth, I feel like. Kind of like the Joker, I guess you could say. And for me, I'm not making it perfect. Red nose. Get in there like that. Something like that. You can see it all right. So yeah, and you know, do as many coats as you want. If you want it more of a solid color, notice this painting, or this paint always wants to bubble up and show through, so I usually do like 2 coats. But I'm also going to add a little more fake blood to this too, and what I call grime. So that's going to come when some of this is going to be a little more dry. Yeah, that looks pretty cool so far, if you guys can see it. Yeah, so we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna come back and do the final touch, and my personal touch is adding some grime, what I like to call grime, so stay tuned. Alright, so I made it back here, and we're gonna do some grime on this mask. So what I'm going to do, actually, pour some water in here. So, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a real watered down black. we're just gonna go all over. Looks a little gray right now. That's gonna make a little mess. You can always go darker, but this stuff usually dries a lot darker than what it is. I think there's still a little white on this brush, that's why it's a little gray. That's okay. So, basically, just really coat it. No. So basically you just create a really nasty, watery paint. And that'll dry. I mean, you can do it for more than one coat if you want, the darker it is. I like to have it somewhat drip down and really look like grime. And we just let it dry. So yeah, we're doing a few more coats, and I actually also have this, which is the same as the perma blood, but more of a perma grime too. And I'll probably go around the eyes with this and the mouth. This stuff will really stain. Alright, that's good for now, and we'll come back when it's dry. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like this is pretty dry for the most part. A little wet on the bottom still, but here we go. Creepy. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. Maybe I'll do another video and we'll do some clay, and I'll show you the clay that I work with.